And I'm of the opinion that, Bill Belichick's got to come in and be pretty successful from year one. What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? Alan here, one half of the Hill Brothers, coming at you with a quick little video discussing my thoughts on who's going to be the starting quarterback for the Tar Heels in the 25-26 campaign. Then we'd like to get your thoughts, of course, on who you think will be leading the helm for the Tar Heels this year on the football field. In my opinion, there's three quarterbacks that can contend for the job. I'm not sure all three of these quarterbacks can win the job, and I'll give you these three names in no particular order. Max Johnson, Bryce Baker, and Gio Lopez, I think, are the three quarterbacks that will have the opportunity to compete for the quarterback, the QB1 position. Max Johnson is an interesting one for me. He has a ton of experience, and he's also coming off a horrific leg injury. We see a lot of the rehab videos that Max is going through. He's definitely put in the work. I'm not sure how much or how far he is behind with the new system that Bill Belichick is going to have put in place, as far as being able to put in the physical reps needed to be QB1. But Bill Belichick is, I'd like to think that Bill Belichick likes a game manager, for lack of a better words, at the QB spot. I mean, look at Tom Brady. He didn't make a lot of mistakes. He wasn't electric when it comes to scrambling and getting outside the pocket. But at the same time, he didn't take a lot of sacks. He knew when to get the ball out. He knew when to make the high-risk, high-reward throws, and when not. Some of those qualities I can see transferring to Max. I'm not saying he's Tom Brady by any stretch of the means, but I could see some of the game manager qualities in Max that Bill would probably like in his quarterback. Bryce Baker, true freshman, excellent athlete, can scramble, can throw, but he's a true freshman. Can he slow the game down enough to not put the ball in jeopardy? Can he do the things on the field that Belichick is wanting him to do? Or is the game still moving a little bit too fast for him? Does he need to, take a back seat the first month or so to get, to watch the game from the sidelines, get accustomed to the speed of the game, the physicality of the game? Or can he just step right in and, just be magnificent? We saw Sam Howell, his first season under Mac Brown. He came in and was pretty successful as a true freshman quarterback. And then you got the transfer in Gio Lopez. He has experience. He has athleticism. He's able to throw the ball. So he has more experience than Bryce, less experience than Max. He can be explosive. He's got a lot of arm strength. I don't think he puts the ball in jeopardy, but I wouldn't put him in that game manager category. He has shown some ability to make the highlight reel plays when needed, and they brought him in out of the transfer portal. So Bill Belichick went out, scoured the country with Lombardi for a quarterback, and they brought Gio in. So does that mean Gio's the guy week one? Who knows? Well, I guess we'll see. I'm not a betting fella, but if I was a betting fella, and I wouldn't even put the house on it. But I think Gio is going to have a leg up because yes, they brought Bryce Baker in, highly talented quarterback in high school, top recruit in the country. Of course, you're going to bring him in. But I think Bill Belichick is of the thought process, along with the fan base, that he needs to win now. not later. He needs to win game 1. He needs to win game 2. He needs to win game 3 to get this season off to a hot start, to keep the media buzz going. Because if the Belichick experiment doesn't work, then do you lose the fan bases? Do you lose the fan base quicker with the Belichick experiment than you did with the Mac Brown experiment? And I'm of the opinion that, Bill Belichick's got to come in and be pretty successful from year 1 because he's Bill Belichick. I think the fan base wanted a younger coach. And I'm not saying Bill Belichick's not a big name, but a big name coach that you knew of from the college ranks, somebody that's done it in college. And Bill Belichick wasn't that. Of course, he's probably the greatest coach of all time in the NFL, but he hasn't done it at the college level. So my feeling is that Gio is going to march out against TCU. He's going to be QB1. He's going to give you the best chance to win games early in the season, and give Bryce Baker enough time to come along if and when he is ready. If he's able to sometime during the season outperform Lopez because his decision making's caught up, the game has slowed down for him, and he's probably just overall a better QB than Gio. Unfortunately for Max, I don't see a path out barring an early injury to Gio and probably Bryce, because that'll be an interesting battle coming out of fall camp to see who slots in at the QB2 spot. I would expect Bryce to advance in that QB2 spot just because of his raw talent and ability to get it done on the field versus Max, who's coming off an injury and is probably playing catch up with the playbook and the on-field reps, physical conditioning, and all that, and his inability to go through spring practice. So barring some type, significant injuries, I don't foresee a chance. I foresee an opportunity for Max to, be at the helm unless it's in one of these non-con games in the third or fourth quarter, and North Carolina's got like a 20, 25 point lead, and they're just wanting to get their backup some reps. That's just my opinion. I'm anxious to see you guys' opinions. I'm anxious to get Nathan's opinions. But for me, QB1 to start the season against TCU on Labor Day, I want to go with Gio Lopez coming out of South Alabama, trying to bring North Carolina some raging whatever. Well, I guess you can't call it raging Cajun. That's probably a Louisiana thing. But hopefully he can bring some spice to the QB room in 2025. All right. Well, that's all for me. We'll wait on Nathan's rebuttal. But for me, as always, let's go Heels. Go to hell, Duke. Steak. You're just a bunch of whining dogs. We'll put y'all back in the pound this year. Yippee.